Hi guys, welcome back. Um, with this one, we are going to look into some examples of the joint. And so, right here, the very first one that we are going to talk about is the temporal mandibular joint. So, what is this joint? This joint basically is about your jaw. Right? You can move your jaw. It's very important. You're eating, you're chewing, right? So that is this joint. When we talk about the joint, as we talked before, it's it's where two bones meet each other. So what are these two bones? And so by the name of the joint, you kind of know what are these two bones. It's temporal, so temporal bone. So we learned bone already, and the mandibular, mandibular bone. So that's these two bones, right? So let's take a look. So here you have the skull. One is a skull bone, the other one is kind of like facial bone. Here is the mandible, lower jaw, and right here. So this is the temporal bone. In the temporal bone, you have this. Uh, this is uh, like a feature of this bone. This part is called mandibular fossa. Right here, mandibular fossa. And this is like a little bit like a dent area. It allow uh, this process. What is this process name? Do you remember? The name of this process is called condylar process right here. So this condylar process attached to these mandibular fossa. And so you kind of can imagine, okay, so this is the joint. Now it's a joint. Two bones meet each other. It's a joint. And and it's movable. So if you remember that we can classify joint into three type of joints. One is totally immovable. The other one is slightly movable. And the third one is movable. And which one is this one? This one is movable one. Do you still remember the name? So totally not movable is called what? Yeah, syn synthro synthrosis right here. Let me show you here. Synthrosis right here. Synthrosis is very beginning. All right. So right here. Where is that? Right here. Functional. Syn synthrosis. A little bit movable is amphithrosis, and the totally movable is diarthrosis. So that's this one. With the one that's totally movable, its structure-wise is always a right here. Structure-wise is always a right here synovial joint. So this is a synovial joint. We basically is going to look it through, or we have some example right here already. Kind of touch on like describe, like introduce a little bit about different joints right here. And but this is the one that we are going to look into more like in depth, right? So this is the temporal mandibular joint. This is the synovial joint, and synovial joint has different type. So we might have to go back here again, like here. So I have different type, subtype of synovial. It could be plan, it could be hinge. Which one is ours? Temporal mandibular is like a hinge, right? Right here. Let me show you here. So it's like a hinge. So it's like hinge. So it's like a door, right? Hinge like door, right? It will open only one direction. Yeah, so that's a hinge. So you can see that it's right here. It's not like ball in the socket. Here, this is like hinge. So it will rotate, right? So that is only one direction. That's only one direction. So this is a hinge joint, and it's a modified because it has a flexibility to allow you to left and right, front and back. Yeah, so it has a little bit freedom to allow you to glide left and right, front and back. Yeah, so it's called modified hinge joint. Yeah, but basically it's a hinge joint. Yeah, so like by the name you know it's two bone, and now we know which part of the bone provide the contact That is the condyle and the mandibular fossa, condyle process. So with this joint, we know that this is synovial joint, so it got to have a fluid, right? It's inside the fluid, and then it got to have some capsule to keep those fluid inside. So what's the capsule right here? So this is the articular capsule right here. So you can see that this we cut it through. You can see that this is outer fibrous membrane. So it covers the condylar process of the mandible, and also the temporal bone, right? That. Yeah. So here inside you have the fluid, and then you have these two bones. Two bone, you have the articular cartilage. So it's very smooth. It's very smooth on the surface of bone. You probably notice something right here. I'm going to talk about it right here. So here is something unique. So between these two bones, there is a disc. Yeah, disc is not new. Um, we talk about disc, but with this one, it's kind of unique because this disc uh, is directly attached to the fibrous membrane. So this articular capsule, this outer fibrous membrane is attached to it. So you can kind of look at it the way that, okay, this is the capsule, this outer membrane kind of continuous right here. So that is one space. Inside you have the fluid. And here is another one, right? Here is another one. Yeah, and then this one it will also have space. So in our textbook we say it's like literally it's a two like space. They call it like two right here, two separate chambers. Yeah. Yes. So it's acceptable. The, yeah, two chambers. Yeah, two chambers. Yes. So yeah, look like it's two joints, but it's not two joints. It's two chambers. Yeah, I like that. I like that better. Two chambers. So that's that. So this is the structure. Uh, so with this one, we start to look at, okay, so we have the bone. We also have like tendon to hold on to it together, right? You got to have some tendon to hold on to it, not tendon, the ligaments to hold on to it. So let's see what else. Condylar process, we know that already. The neck of the mandible right here, all right? Mandible, right? Okay. And then articular capsule, right? You know, we know that already. Yeah, fossa of the temporal bone. Yeah, everything we know it already. So there is a ligament. When we talk about the ligament, we, as we know before, in the synovial uh, joint, the ligaments can be classified into some those ligaments inside of the cavity, synovial cavity inside. So let me show here. So for example, knee is a good example because knee is pretty big, so it's easier to look at that here. So we have the inside, we call it intracapsular joint ligament right here, anterior cruciate and posterior cruciate. Yeah. So we know knee already, right? So yeah. And then we have the capsula, like it's part of the capsule, uh, capsule like membrane, outer membrane. We also have the extracapsular ligament. Yeah. So same thing here. In terms of the temporal mandibular joint, TMJ, we also have ligaments considered as the capsular ligament, intracapsular, and extracapsular. So let's take a look. So right here. So capsular ligaments are the ligaments that part of the capsule. And so here we don't see here because this like is inside, right? In the capsule right here. You can see that. So this capsule inside it help to hold the articular disc right here, articular disc in space. So that's its main function, capsular ligaments. We also have some of these collateral ligaments, inside of it. It's not very prominent, but there is some intra. But what's more prominent right here is the extra. So extracapsular right here, extracapsular. So here we have three sets of ligaments. We have something most strong one, the strongest one right here for the temporal mandibular joint is this one. This one is called temporal mandibular. All right, so the name right here, temporal mandibular, mandibular, temporal mandibular joint ligament. This one is also called lateral uh, ligament, temporal mandibular, right here, right here. So this one is pretty strong. It prevent our because we can move it away very far, and you have to have a strong like ligament to keep it. Otherwise, it doesn't go back, right? Yeah, this is fossa. This fossa is very shallow. You can move this one out of fossa, and you will be better put it back when you return to resting state, right? And so this lateral ligaments is very important to allow you to not pushing it too far from these fossa. This fossa is not that very deep, right? This a little bit like shallow. Yeah. So that's the lateral ligament. It's called temporal mandibular ligament, the strongest one. We also have some other one like here, these two right here. So this is away from the joint itself, but it's important to support the joint. One is this one here. This is a stylus, right? Probably hopefully you still remember it. This is called stylomandibular. So the name just basically tell you where does it connect? What does it connect? Uh, Stylomandibular ligament. And the other one here is the right here. So this is the what's that right here? Spheno sphenomandibular ligament right here. So these three. So if we have a labeling, all these pictures are good resource for labeling. Okay, so yeah, just all these are good source of labeling. Yeah. So and here label the extra capitular, extra cap, capitular, extra capi, capsular, sorry, extra capsular ligaments. These three, and this one later one is most strongest one. So that's the ligament, all right? So we kind of layer and layer, like putting back. Okay. So in addition to the ligament, okay, this bone ligament, and how do we move it? So in order to move it, right? You got to have a muscle to move it. So the muscle right here, muscle of the temporal mandibular joints, we have three main muscle. These muscle collectively are called muscle of mastication. Mastication, this word means is chewing. This is the very first step for digestion. Yeah, digestion meaning that you break down the food you eat. So you got to cut it small so you can swallow it. It's just the beginning, okay? And we have the whole set of the digestive system. I hope you remember we have another lecture talk about that. Uh, yeah, so and so mastication. So this muscle are important. You know, you have to chew your food. Yeah. So we have three sets right here. So we have the one is called master muscle. The other one, okay, but then it's master, all right? We will look at that. Temporalis, so this one is the temporal bone, all right? So that's why we need to know the name of the bone. The muscle's name is related to that. Then here you have two pterygoid. So this P doesn't pronounce, okay? So you need to spell it. You need to spell it out, but you need to spell it out, yes, spell it out, but you don't need to pronounce it. It's called pterygoid. We have the medial pterygoid or and the lateral pterygoid. Their function is right here, but let me show you their show you the picture first. Then we can go back to here and kind of get the idea. So here are those muscle of uh, temporal tem, temporal mandibular joint TMJ. Sorry, the picture kind of like cover it. Uh, right here. So you have the temporalis, all right? So when this one contract, basically you kind of like elevate, right? Elevate it. We also have this one here. This one is lateral pterygoid. You can see that this look like there are two muscle, but it's one muscle. It just have two head, uh, two branch in a way. Lateral pterygoid muscle. And this one is very interesting because this one, what's this? This is the disc, articular disc, right? So this is articular disc. So articular disc is within the articular capsule, but the muscle can pull it, right? And then the muscle to pull is called lateral pterygoid muscle, right here, lateral pterygoid muscle. Yeah, two head one is attached to this uh the disc. Another one is attached to uh the condylar process of mandible. And all right, so that's that. And then here is the medial right here. So medial ptery, pterygoid muscle is to basically help with close. So this one is closing or elevation. And what else? Yeah, master muscle right here. Master muscle is also closing, right? Elevation, closing. So we have all the three temporalis, the medial pterygoid muscle, and the master muscle are helping with either elevating or closing our jaw. And so we have three muscles to do that work. And so your biting is pretty strong because you have a lot of muscle help with that. The only muscle that's not working on it for the TMJ is this one, lateral pterygoid. This one pull it. When you pull it, you allow your jaw to open. Yeah. This muscle is not. This one is also facial muscle, but it's not associated with the TMJ. This muscle is called buccinator muscle. This muscle allow you to basically to kind of like when you like playing like trumpet, woo, 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 like that. Yeah, buccinating muscle. Work on that force. Yeah. So it's also shown here, but that's not directly controlling the jaw movement. So let's go back to here. So here, master muscle is an elevation. This elevation, all three of these elevate the lower jaw up, and so it helps with the jaw closing. Only one to work on the jaw opening is the lateral pterygoid muscle. Work on the protrusion and the depression. Yeah, opening, depression. Yeah. And so that's an interesting one. And so let's take a further look at this one here. Lateral pterygoid muscle right here. So lateral pterygoid muscle is the only muscle to open your jaw, to open. And then the way it does it is to pull the condylar process forward, pull it forward, including the articular disc moving forward. And then you move it forward, you pull it away from this mandibular fossa, and then your jaw will open. So that's how they work on it. So right here, the lateral pterygoid muscle uh, attached to articular disc and also condyle of the mandible, condylar process of the mandible. And yes, two heads. Yeah, superior head attached to the articular disc, inferior head attached to the condyle. Yeah, acting together to lower your lower jaw. And so yeah, shown here. So this one is normal. So let's look at normal first. When you pull it, you jaw close, pull it, moving it away from this fossa, and then your lower jaw open. Yeah. And because this disc also get pulled away, and so in some situation you can hear the sound. It's because that these discs, when it move, uh, the conductor may sliding back, and so you can have like that kind of sound, right? Like click sound. Yeah. So so now you know what caused this jaw movement and the sound. It's because which muscle caused it? Lateral pterygoid muscle. Yeah. So a quick question is, okay, lateral pterygoid muscle attached to what? It attached to the articular disc and also condylar. And what's its function? Its function is to open your jaw. That's the only muscle to open your jaw. And the other muscle are all like closing up. All of these four, which of following are part of the uh, mastication, muscle of mastication, master muscle, temporalis, medial, and the lateral pterygoids muscle. So I think that it's about it. Yes. All right. So that's for the temporal mandibular joint. I hope you learn something from it. And okay, just take a break, and we will continue on the next joint. All right. See you next time.